Okay, folks, this is Kate. If you missed the August 9th meeting, once again, the right of the citizens of Titusville to have clean water was the main topic of discussion at the City Council meeting. The quick background of this is that many of us, myself included, spent a year getting petitions signed by voters in Titusville saying that they wanted the right to clean water to be on the ballot in November for them to vote on. The city did hire a lawyer to see if they could find a judge to strike it down before we even got it on the ballot. And now they have to put it on the ballot because they figured out they don't have a legal right not to.
Item 12B is the right to clean water proposed charter amendment. The supervisor of elections has certified that a petition initiated by Speak Up Titusville Incorporated to amend the city charter has secured the required number of signed petitions for the charter amendment petition to be placed on the ballot for the November 8th, 2022 election. Pursuant to Florida Statute 166.031, it is the ministerial duty of the city to place said petition on the ballot at the general election.
This one bothers me because what could happen is the fact that the people may vote and say, yeah, we want the right to clean water, and then the judge may come after the fact and say this is illegal, and then you're going to have citizens who's going to say you have gone against the people. And that's the concern that I have, and that's why I would rather for the judge to make the decision before it gets on the ballot than after, because you're not going to be able to convince people that you're not trying to take away what they want. And so to me, it would be best if we could get all the stuff taken care of, but we have no control of when the judge decides on this case or not.
That's correct.
The challenge that we do have, though, is if he decides to wait till after the election and he decides that the ballot is not legal, then you're going to have a lot of people in uproar. And that's why I would sure hope that we can push as much as we can legally the judge to make a decision before all this happens. Because there's a lot of work to get those signatures, but it's certainly, I'm telling you, I believe as human beings, it's going to be really bad after the fact when it gets voted overwhelmingly and then one judge says, nope, you can't do this. So that's my concern.
See, we earned the right with those 4,000 plus signatures to legally force this right to clean water to be on the ballot for our voters in Titusville to vote for in November. And Mr. Jordan is clearly saying that he doesn't like the fact that even more people are going to know about this if the people of Titusville overwhelmingly vote that they have this right and it gets struck down. Well, he and the other members of the council are going to have people mad at them because then it looks bad, like they tried to take something away from us that we legally have. But they've already done that because they hired an outside attorney with our tax dollars to put it before a judge, hoping that the judge would preemptively strike it down. And they claimed over and over, well, it's illegal because of the Orange County ballot, but it's not illegal. That's what the lawyer told them, that they have to do it. And this talk of, oh, we don't want to do something illegal is all just window dressing.
Call the cards, please.
Yvette Bliss.
I'm sorry. Oh. In here.
My name is Yvette Fliss, and I would like you to seriously consider that because there are so many cards were collected, putting it on the ballot is the legal thing to do. And I hope you go by your legal responsibilities from we who have put you in your position. It's what we want. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you. Next card, please.
Kathleen Perez, 3025 South Washington Avenue. I have a question, if I may. I'm confused about what changed from the last time we argued about this, and you were going to hire a lawyer to look into this, correct? Is that what you mean by the judge? A lawyer?
No, as an attorney, we can only file the pleadings. The judge has to make a decision.
Okay, but
On a
we were
declaratory
going to
judgment.
hire an outside attorney to do this?
Yes,
And we did hire one?
yes.
And what did that cost the taxpayers like myself?
It's It's by the hour. It's $250 an hour, I believe. It was provided at the last meeting.
Oh, $250 an hour.
I
Okay.
believe. I don't have it in front of
Okay,
me.
so it appears to me that what's going on, and I've been a member of Speak Up Titusville Right to Clean Water since the start, as has my husband and Tony and some other people here. We spent about a year getting these signatures. It took a lot of work. And so it seems to me like you guys kind of let the tail wag the dog a little bit in this situation, because laws get struck down all the time. You know that, right? So we spent a bunch of the taxpayers' money and to try and see if there was a way not to put it on the ballot, right? And now we're back to, well, it might get put on the ballot, it might get struck down, but what was all that waste of money and time then? Because now we are putting it on the ballot, but a judge can still strike it down. And this idea that you keep saying, Mr. Jordan, about, well, you know, we don't want to do it if it's not legal. You're following now the legal process of putting it on the ballot like the voters wanted, because we followed the legal process to get that right. And it's not legal at this moment for you to take that right away from us. And you saying that people, well, once they vote for it, they're going to be so upset if the judge strikes it down and you guys might get the blame. Well, A, you're already getting the blame. And B, it sounds like what you're saying is, but then more people will know that they almost had it. That's what it almost sounds like you're saying. Right now, it's just our 4,000 plus citizens of Titusville. But then everybody in Titusville will see that that happened and you might get the blame. If I were you, I'd rather have stayed out of the way if I want to avoid the blame. That's how I feel about it. Thank you.
Here we go, you guys. I know from going to city council meetings for over 3 years that Mr. Jordan hates it when one of the voters speaks directly to him, especially if it's a woman. So he's about to give me the Dwight Seavers treatment, i.e. he's going to say, you may not like it, and wave his finger at me and do a little bit of political theater to let me know that he's displeased with my behavior.
Vice Mayor.
Ms. Perez? Ms. Perez? I'm going to try to be as clear as I can. It's, you know, you said a lot,
Okay.
but as far as I'm concerned, you're not hearing what we're saying. We have never said that we didn't believe that it should be on the ballot if it was legal. We were told that because of our responsibilities, we are supposed to follow the law. The law that's on the books right now says you can't have that type of ordinance.
The law says absolutely no such thing, and that is why they have been forced to put it on the ballot. But he wants to convince you that somehow it's illegal if they do it. It isn't.
If we were, you can switch it, it is the truth. You may not like it, just because I'm saying it and you don't like it doesn't make it not true. So just understand this. We're trying to follow the law. I have no doubt that we're going to vote to put it on the ballot because that's a legal thing. We got two things that we're working with. Number one, if you get the number of people to put it on the ballot, we have, by law, have to put it on the ballot.
I know.
The second part is that we can't be putting things on the ballot that we know is illegal.
But you
It
don't
will
know.
not.
Yeah.
That's right. And that's why we are trying to find out before it gets on the ballot so that there won't be a problem. To me, it's reasonable to do that. Rather, you like the way we're doing it. You're asking us to just set aside and not do our jobs. And that is something that we can't do. I understand you worked hard. I keep telling you, I understand you worked hard for this. I need for the process to work, but we're in a catch-22 with this one because you got one law that says we got to put it on the ballot and another law that says it would be illegal if we did it.
There is no law that says it would be illegal if they did it. There is a law that supersedes Orange County's measure to put it on the ballot. Our amendment was written totally differently, and they've tried to get a judge to strike ours down, and the judge so far has not done it because they have not proven that it would be illegal, even if he keeps saying it.
And so we're trying to make sure we're doing everything legal by the book. And the question about, it costing a certain amount of money, it'll cost a whole lot more money for people to sue when they find out that we're putting something on the books that is illegal. You'll be fighting it. We'll have to fight it. The state have to fight it because they are the ones that made the rules.
But we
It
don't know
wasn't
yet
us.
if it's illegal.
Exactly, and that's what
find
we're
out.
trying to do, because you asked the question whether we had hired an attorney. We did hire an attorney who understands this stuff, and he's the one that will be arguing against.
Yeah, he started to say the attorney would be the one who was arguing against, and then he caught himself.
We did hire an attorney who understands this stuff, and he's the one that will be arguing against with the judge to determine if this is or is not legal. And we need to know that, because we don't want to put something on the ballot and it turns out that it's illegal, because we won't be able to do anything with it. Even though 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 people will vote for this thing and say, yeah, this is what we want.
Is he even aware that 4,000 plus people signed our petition and said this is what they want? And the vote could be way more than that.
It really would forget about us looking bad or anything like that. Forget about all that.
Bill Klein from Titusville, live at 3 Indian River Avenue. I have a couple comments about putting this on the ballot. I feel you all really are required to put it on the ballot since it met that legality. The other thing that I hear a lot about is sometimes there's laws of local rule that don't jibe with state rule. And it doesn't say that the law that local rule has is wrong. It just says it can't be enforced. Therefore, I feel that this is a legal ballot. That's a local ballot. Later on, if the state says, we don't think the people in Titusville are entitled to clean water, therefore it's illegal. That could happen. But you keep saying this is illegal because in Orange County, someone said it was illegal. But Orange County's law said water has the right to be clean. Water has the right to be safe. They said water and nature have no rights. People have rights. Now, our bill says the people are entitled to clean water. We have the right to clean water. We're not saying water has the right to be clean. We're saying the people are entitled to clean water, to drink, to swim in, to fish in. That's the difference between our law and Orange County's law. And I think once your lawyer understands that we are giving the people the right to have clean, safe water, I don't see how he can say it's illegal for us to have clean, safe water. And that's my impression.
I have the motion by Member Nelson, the second by Vice Mayor. Roll call vote.
Member Robinson?
Yes.
Member Nelson? Yes. Mayor Diesel?
Yes,
Vice Mayor Jordan?
Yes.
Member Stokel?
Yes.
unanimously onto the ballot.
So yeah, after all that posturing, after all that, oh my gosh, hand wringing, it could be illegal. They knew that legally they had to put it on the ballot, and so now it will go on the ballot for the voters. Congratulations, Speak Up Titusville, Right to Clean Water. I was there to speak out about this issue as usual. My husband was there. Mr. Bill Klein spoke eloquently the truth at this meeting. He was there. Herman Cole wasn't there. He wants to be on city council. He is endorsed by Robert Jordan, in Jordan's own words, to continue his work on the council. Isn't it time for a change, folks? I'm Kate Perez, and I approve this message.